Yo, it's your boy Tampa Tony, aka King of Jig City. I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Hey man, it's been a long time coming. A lot of people want to know, you know what I'm saying? They've heard about you. They've heard about you being pardoned. You know what I'm saying? We've heard about you being the inventor of the blunt splitters. You know what I'm saying? We've heard countless of your hits, and you know what I'm saying, from
Bobbleheads.
Yeah, pretty much growing up for the most part. And it's like your buzz is still big, man. It's almost, I mean, I don't know, I don't want to say it was bigger than ever, but I know a lot of people are just got their eyes on you and they want to know what you're about to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was it like getting that news? Like, how'd that come to play? As far as being pardoned by
being pardoned, President Obama was stating that he was going to sign some pardons, some clemencies, and a lot of guys, certain guys fit the criteria for the clemencies, and they had a group of lawyers come out and kind of like handpick the guys that qualified for it. So I kind of like, you know, pieced together a couple of dollars and went and got an attorney, and we put the clemency in, man, and it was, I ain't looked back since. It's been a feel like, I don't know, we're gonna take the smallest car. We'll say a Toyota, small Toyota, and having it on your back for 10 years. You know what I mean? And then somebody finally taking it off your back. That's the feeling.
How were you able to just keep hope alive, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, potentially that wasn't going to be it?
A lot of reading, a lot of self-analyzing, you know. It was really like exercising my mind and understanding the true self. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, you know, being conscious of a lot of things, you know, being conscious of who you are as an individual. So with that being said, that's how I kind of like came into this, a book that you should read. It's called The Law of Attraction. Somebody passed that book to me, and I read that and read The Secret, and it kind of like changed my way of thinking, and it helped me get to this point where I'm at today.
Okay.
Both are good reads.
Yeah. Whenever you were doing your time, what were some experiences like in the prisons that was kind of like that you didn't expect?
Well, as soon as I got as soon as I got to prison, I went to Kentucky. A guy, I want to say, what's up to Midnight. He was like the shot caller of the Florida car, so he was like, bro, you need, I got somebody coming over there to see you when you get in the unit.
People knew who you were?
Yeah, he was like, we know who you are. Just make sure you bring your paperwork, because in the penitentiary you got to bring your paperwork to make sure you ain't no snitch or no rat or nothing like that. So I had my paperwork, I gave him my paperwork. He was like, you 100. Then a guy came over to the unit and he bought me like 2 knives. And I was like, all right, what these for, man? He was like, one that you stuff is a plexiglass knife you stuff, and you keep that on you at all time, and the other one is we call this the bone crusher, and you keep this. And he showed me where to put it behind the locker. So I'm like, what am I needing a knives for? So he was like, bro, listen, you're away from home. This is another world. This is not the streets. This is the world that the individuals from the streets come to and have made this a different type of world. You know what I mean? This is a different type of streets. And there's no guns. And like, the knives is your guns. Yeah, so
what were some things like that you had to adapt to That was other, you know what I'm saying?
That
was one.
Understanding that, and then respect. Like the penitentiary, it's like you got the Supermax, which is ADX, and then you have the penitentiary. The penitentiary is like really, really, really big on respect. You know, they don't like rats. They don't like child molesters. They call them chomos. They don't like chomos. And it's like really big on respect. Like if I walk past you, excuse me. Sort of like when I got out now and I'm seeing people saying, "Oh yes sir," and it's kind of like, damn. Okay, it's something. It was. How can I explain it? It was like amazing to see a slang really being polite. You know what I mean? Like, yes sir. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of people say it and don't really understand the fullness of being showing respect. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I could do what you're saying, for sure. What was some of like the differences like as far as you know, before you went into prison and like now that you're out? What have been some things that you've had to adapt to?
Really adapting to technology. Technology has grown tremendously. Social media is like phenomenal. Like I'm like stuck on that. You know what I mean? Just call me Mr. IG. I mean, you might not understand it now, but you will later. This right here, you'll be looking at this, you'll be like, this motherfucker said that. Mr. IG, yeah. Kylie, I'm coming to get them numbers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, them 100 million you got, I'm coming to get them numbers. Yeah.
Oh shit. Whenever you were going through the system, you know what I'm saying, you were 10 years in before, I believe, you received the news that you're actually gonna get pardoned, right? So I mean, I would imagine, what were you physically at that time? Like, take us to that time to where, boom, I'm finding out that I'm coming home.
I was like, it was like a breath of fresh air, like I'm living again. You know what I mean?
Reincarnated.
Like, yeah, like you being reincarnated, like you were just frozen for years, and all of a sudden they finally got to your number and they call you, okay, you can go now. You know what I mean? You can thaw out, and now you able to go back. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, the feeling was, it's hard to explain. It was just beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, some people, you know, they cry. It was like the tears was going backwards. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
So whenever you got the news, were you like, were you in your cell? Did you have to pick up the phone? Like, how did you actually communicate?
Well, the lawyer, my clemency attorney called the prison, and they called me up there to talk to her, and she told me the good news, and she was like, I'm so happy for you, because she knows, she heard of me, you know, she went and researched me. She was like, you know, I know you do your music and this and that, so now you have another chance to go back at it, you know. And then with that being said, you know, a lot of people was like, well, how are you going to convert into the times? Because when you was doing music, it's like, it's a whole different, music has changed. Music changed like every 6 months. You know what I mean? 6 to 12 months. So I've been gone 11 years. So it's done changed so multiple times. How you gonna catch up and get in to the market? You know what I mean? So,
right. That part.
Yeah. I figured it out.
It seems that way. It seems that way. So when you find out you're coming home, what's your plan? At that time?
At that time was to sit back, analyze what platform I'm gonna be able to use to get to where I need to be at, and dissecting it and really understanding it, and writing a plan for it, you know what I mean? So that's what I did. I kind of like, for a whole year while I was in prison, I was able to get a cell phone, so I was like, night and day, I'm on IG and Facebook, really like learning it, sitting it, studying, seeing what this person, how this person doing, what captivates the audience of IG, and I found it.
Did you write music while you was locked up?
Yeah, I wrote a lot of music when I was locked up. That's gonna be on the album like further down the line, because I really want to catch up. You know what I mean? I really don't want to just be caught on that feeling. I'd rather get to where I'm going and then release it. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay.
Because a lot of people come out and they like, you know, a lot of people don't do or been through what I've been through, so it's like being in there, seeing the frustration, feeling the hatred, feeling no love and all that, you know, it's kind of like sad in the instance, you know what I mean? So I don't want to come out, you know, that's where a lot of artists come out. They kind of like right when they in there, like if they do a long stretch and they come out like that. And I think that's the biggest problem when people that's done been in prison for a while, they come out and bring that old feeling back in, you know what I mean? I didn't want to do that. I was like, I can save that for later.
Right.
You know what I mean? I released that as like a giveaway project or something, you know what I mean? But I want to come out in the good times and give it the good spirit, you know what I mean?
Right. I could dig that. When you was locked up though, you know what I'm saying, you was definitely studying the game on social media and stuff, so did you come across any artists, just even during your stretch, that you was like, damn, I would like to work with that person? Mainstream?
Not more so artists. More so, more so like producers. I was kind of like just infatuated with IG so much. I was looking to do certain things, and I'm going to do them. Those are in play. Certain things with individuals that understand IG.
Marketing.
You know what I mean? Understand marketing. Yeah. You know, some people. You know, you got some people that has it.
Instagram collabs. You about okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can dig that. That's dope. Whenever you came home, what was the first thing you wanted to do? You hit the street.
I wanted to see my kids, you know what I mean? So I got a chance to see them. Haven't seen my mom because she's far away, you know what I mean? So that's coming. But I really wanted to see them and hug them and spend a little time with them, you know what I mean? But outside of that was really like to get back in the studio.
Okay.
You know, man, I was just like really itching to get back in the studio, you know what I mean?
What influences did you have inside and outside of music that keeps you going?
My influence is not like everybody else's influences, you know what I mean? What really like kept me going. You know, it was more so of the people that's really conscious. That's what like grabbed me. You know, it wasn't a person that, you know, that's doing music or doing it. It was the individuals that was conscious, and the certain things that they said that allowed you to know that they was conscious of their inner self, you know what I mean? So those are the people that influence me. Those are the ones that influence me.
Okay.
you say, personality is what sells the music now, or music still rules all? Now with all these artists coming out.
With the way the music business is right now, it's more so. I think the facade is being sold like tremendously. You know what I mean? You know, and a lot of people buying into the facade, and the individuals that's displaying the facade getting caught up in their own web as well. You know? It's just real, man. You know.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Whenever, so I know also like a lot of your name is big. Like I don't think we can stress that enough. Like especially.